Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. We're sat at our level crossing on the express line and the commuter line at the moment. I've done no more fields. I may have put a few more trees along this road though. The reason being, I have been working over at Thatcham. They have a tram service now, so we got that out of the way. And we can now just connect up the rest of the commuter line to Thatcham. Whether we go and continue to Mablethorpe today, I'm not sure. I do want to sit and change the planes. I was going to change them, and I changed the first one, and the difference was pretty remarkable. So, worth seeing. Oh, there we go, we've got a train coming. That's lovely, isn't it? They go down a bit late. That's always been the way with Transport Fever. In fact, it was a lot worse. Oh, look at that. The timing. The timing is beautiful. I love that. There we go. And our trucks don't wait for long, really. We do need to put another truck on here. I'm not sure if I saved it when I was toying with it. We'll go and double check. It's kind of on the edge of delivering. Sometimes it delivers everything. Sometimes it doesn't. There's a few places we could possibly tidy up. Isn't the background absolutely wonderful? That looks really nice. You can just about make out our bridge there towards the right, the upper right. There's another train coming. I'm going to assume that is the local commuter. There we go. One of them anyway. Looking a bit old, but we are getting close to faster passenger wagons, which will start to change things on our commuter networks anyway, as our express train will start to separate and have a dedicated express line. Looks lovely. Right, should we get on with it? We can't sit here all day, as much as I would like to. I've been sitting and riding these trains, possibly a little selfishly, and it's been enjoyable. So, would anybody be interested in this save game? And I'll keep it up to date on the workshop, and then I'll put it up by the weekend. I'll also add the... Oh, there's a plane there. I'll also add the base map, the one I started with, my very own save. You'll have all the mods that we've currently got, as well as the exact same map that I started with. Shall we head over to Thatcham? We're going to add Thatcham, and then we're going to extend the line. Leigh's looking busy, isn't it? Goodness me. And then we'll go and change us some planes, and we'll see how much time we've got left after that. Here we are then, Thatcham. Thatcham's had a little bit of detailing. I'll put a fence there. And we've got this new paintbrush, so we've got that going. Thatcham has dual loops. There we go. So we don't need to change... oh, where is it? Aylesham's. Yeah, Aylesham's dual line. We've got two lines that are loops. There we go. So dual loops as opposed to dual lines. Something different everywhere, haven't we? Almost. There's a couple of towns that have copied each other. But most of them, I've tried to keep them varied. Yeah. There's a few that zigzag through. There's a direct one as well that doesn't zigzag anywhere. There we go. Aylsham. That's looking a bit monstrous now, isn't it? Goodness me, as they demolish and rebuild. Out of interest, how's the traffic? Because these are the cities that, well, I'm going to say cities now, possibly, that are connected via a road network, as well as our commuters, our public transport. And they're doing all right, aren't they? I did go around, you'll be pleased to know, and upgrade their road and made it way better than what they had it. So we've got true competition. They did extend their slow street all the way out here, so they've done it to themselves. I didn't do this. They did that. They being Romsey, yeah. They've built slow streets halfway down the what would it be, like a B road? A road, possibly, right? This would be an A road. B roads would be more like this. They don't have any competition at the moment, so this is their only choice. Very busy, which is alright, isn't it? Pleasant, but they are building their slow roads, so it's getting slower the further they build down the A road. It'd be a highway, wouldn't it, in the US? Yeah, possibly. Yeah, and this would be a country road, maybe. Anyhow, they've got their station. This might be a bigger station. We might have some sort of convergence between the actual commuter we're doing today that heads up to Mablethorpe, as well as one that bypasses Loughton and then goes in there but heads that way direct to Aylsham. So we can cut out some of the passengers heading to Romsey, then Leigh, transferring at Leigh and going that way. So, should we get building? We've got to plough through this farmer's fields, unfortunately. Although, looking at it, we kind of want to head that way, don't we? And then cut round so we've got a nice, gentle curve into there. Perhaps if we do it from Thatcham first, we can get the desired curve. This will be the inside. Make sure we can hit 75 and miss the road. This should be slightly quicker on the actual journey itself than going via the road. It would be nice to go close to the road, wouldn't it? And that way we get to see the road on the way by. This is fairly flat all the way. We're just going to start cutting in now and make our way up to our station up here. And we're going to have a little tunnel there because I like the odd tunnel. As long as they're small like this on my routes, it breaks things up a little bit. Then we can go up like that. Well, should we have curved in more? Do you know, that's really tempting, isn't it? If we just kept curving round. Yeah, do you know what? Let's try and compete with the road a little more on this one. The one over at Sandhurst isn't so great, which we've got to go and check up on. Do you know, we haven't checked their trams in, well, since we put them in, so that's not good, is it? No. Yeah, we're going to need to do that, aren't we? Dear oh dear. Right, let's get this curve continuing. To be fair, I forgot where our station was. And we're going to just continue round and have a really nice long curve. There we go, we're drifting a little sooner. And that should get us about where we need to be. We'll still have our beautiful little tunnel there. And then we should be heading fairly close. I like going through the trees like this. We're going to delete this back. We've got no choice but to destroy his fields. It's fine, it's fine. We can always redo his fields for him. I'm going to keep it nice and flat coming out here. We'll have our 1 meter grade change. That's the difference. It's 56 or 55 here and 56 or 55 up there. So we'll have that and we'll redo this road as we'll get it all upgraded. We will come back into there. What is that? It's a farm, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, have I done the wrong side there? I think I have. Because that should be the outside. I connected to the wrong one. Oh dear. It's fine. We can fix that, can't we? Yeah, this should be the one that connects, isn't it? In there. That's it. That's the one. Yeah, because this should be the outside track. As we were doing the inside curve first. I hope, anyway. Was we? I couldn't see the other track because of the shadows. It is there. Ooh. Talking of stray bits of grass, I've done a lot of weeding, guys, you'll be pleased to know. Not all of it, but as much as I could. I did try and delete a bear earlier as well, thinking it was a rock. As I was deleting the rocks around the map, or some of them anyway. Obviously not these. Right, let's get some official episode right at the beginning. Just get that smoothed off a little bit under the track. Save any of the texture issues that happen. get rid of all of these rocks. Not all of them, just the ones that are a little closer to the track. What's going on there? There must have been a remnant of where it was before. There we go. I think we've got it now. Beautiful. Yeah, let's get rid of more of these. Change the brush size. Get rid of you. Don't need them all round there, do we? Okay, I'm getting carried away with rock crunching. Let's stop that. Right, let's get the crossing in there. I think 60 will be fine, to be honest with you, because we're pulling away from the station. Two-way, yes. One way, yes, for when we've done that bit. And we want one way. And I don't think we need any blocking. We want to keep them separated, don't we? Oh, we don't have a signal here. Two-way. Just there. Now, we probably will do that. In fact, no, we're going to delete that, aren't we? Very shortly. I will put some signals at the end of the platforms. Why not? I'll do them a little ways away as well. Shall we get this line extended? Leigh to Sandhurst. That's going to be Thatcham to Sandhurst. Manage line. Romsey. We want to add Thatcham. Delete Romsey. And then after Thatcham, we can add... Oh, missed it. Romsey again. Then after Leigh, we'll add Romsey. Beautiful. And then we do the same once we hit Mablethorpe and Sutton. Lovely. I'm not going to put any wait times on these. I might do it Thatcham if we are going to have an interchange, like a local commuter interchange there, which I feel like would be a decent idea. Oh, look at our network. Oh, I can't zoom out anymore. That's looking cool, isn't it? There we go. It's almost realistic. Ignore the plane. But yeah, I like that. We haven't done much up this end. Have we no longer got a line there? Can I not see it? Is it grey? It's grey. Oh, that tickled me. Anyway, yes, right. We got that in. Should we add a 30-second wait here? And I'll have to remember to do this. Actually, yes. When we add the final stop, we'll do that. Remind me if I forget. If I do it now, I'll forget to do the other side, no doubt. Right then. And then it'll be all lopsided. Are we good? Should that be it? And then we add another train on here. Oh, how long have we got? Do we want to get this in? Like a permanent depot place? I was thinking of having a depot here that crosses in the back, crosses straight over. We'll use a double slip switch to get across because I don't think we're going to be using it as a route, only for access. And then we can start using the depot. I have noticed we've almost connected all of our track. So you can get to everywhere from a single depot. Almost. There's only a few separate lines. We've got this one over here, but it's got its own depot. And we've got this one, but that's got its own depot. I think eventually what I'd like to do is make sure that they're all connected. Although this happens, doesn't it? Where industries have their own sort of rail network set up, although it's sometimes light rail. But yeah, it's not unheard of. I guess we need to make sure that our passenger routes can get everywhere from a major depot. Yeah, that sounds better. Right then, shall we get this in? It would be kind of cool. Which means we're going to do a little bit of terrain. I'm promised that we're going to get these aircraft updated. We're going to have it come along round the back there. Depot. We're going to get this behind our station here. And it's going to head that way in there. I don't know where we're putting the other one. We might put them back to... Ooh, that might be an idea. Should we put them back to back like that? One there. And then we'll flip it and have one at the back as well. Or are they slightly staggered? Oh yes, because you got the chunky on the outside. So to account for that, we can do that here, can't we? As well. This isn't really necessary, but I'm going to do it anyway. If we do that one something like that. Is that about right? Close enough, isn't it? There we go, just there. As long as we can get through this bridge. We've got it electrified at the moment. I might leave it like that. Can we slide you in? If we go across like that, will that give us a double slip switch? I hope so. It's a bit close to that bridge. Or if we do it... Oh, come on. If we do it there, it's fine. If we can get that a double slip switch, it'll be lovely. We can. There we go. Right. Perfect. We've got depot access from this side, and this is going to curve round and come up here. It was suggested a couple of episodes ago that we do this, and I do like the idea. It doesn't need to be a fast track because we're going to be only using this to get trains out the depot. And it doesn't need to have a gentle grade or anything like that. As long as we can get up here and then slide in just after this station, it should be lovely. Yes, we can get rid of that now then. It's going to get in the way of this that we want to do. I'm hoping we can... Oh, it's beautiful. Guys, we made it. Oh, and the crossing is beautiful as well. Which means, if that's going to be bi-directional, we could have... Get rid of that. We can have a small crossing here instead, couldn't we? Like that. Yeah. That can be slow. We don't need that quick at all. And then we'll just stick our signal there. Beautiful. And we should have a signal up there. Yes, which protects that. And we can get away with having two-way, one there and one there. You'll never get them blocking, except maybe when they come out the depot. But then that's up to us to manage that. Okay, we'll get a signal just here. That can be one way though. Although they could operate by pulling in here. We could make that work. Right, we need one way just there. This is going to change, isn't it? This is going to change as we're going to have this head down into there with the same sort of thing. Because these trains are going to continue on. They're not technically going to use this. I just want to... Oh, actually... No, I've got a better idea. This one's going to do that instead. Yeah. Then we can keep this crossing in. Hopefully at 75. Yeah, there we go. Lovely. And then we can eventually get rid of that or keep it in. I don't mind. And then we need a crossover here, a slower one. Oh, do you know, for now, why don't we just use that? Then we can bring this signal back, can't we? Yes, that'll be better. And then it's permanent, but we're using it as a temporary measure. Just so that we can terminate here. Eventually, we're going to head on and continue to Mitchell D. Now, what we could do from here is head up and join in that way. And maybe have a Y and head that way as well. So that's going to that depot, that's going to that depot. This is not required. What it is, though, is kind of nice. Scenery-wise. And it's functional for depot access, isn't it? It means all of our trains can possibly use this depot. And that can go round here. I think we're going to be just fine as well, aren't we? Slide in there. There we go. And then you've got the crossover the other side of the station. Oh, come on. Please. Oh, haven't I gone far enough? Right. You come out there. Flat. There we go. And it's perfectly flat. We might need to curve a little bit better. We could always branch off up there after the depot. I think that would give us enough room, wouldn't it? Can we branch off at this bridge? just after the depot crossing. So if we went somewhere like that, and then we went up here. Oh, too much slope. Right, let's get us a shorter distance. Or a better distance. Can we go from here, perhaps? Oh, dear, I don't like what it's doing there, do you? Oh, stop that. What are you doing, game? Get that there, and then we'll curve round. Will you go in now? Oh, it's beautiful. There we go. There we go. We've got it. Yes, we've got 2 tracks. It's just before the bridge. And then we'll come across here. It's going to slow this line down a little bit. I'm going to have to move that signal back. I did promise I would do this, though, and I never did. So now we can. This can be bi-directional as well. Now we're going to sort out the terrain a little bit. Even though technically we'll probably never use it. I don't think we need to go that way, but I wouldn't mind. We go both ways, don't we, there? I think we're better off anyway heading that way. We might even be able to have that as an actual track that we use. I don't know. We'll go in there anyway. We've got all sorts of options now, haven't we? And we'd need a crossover just there. And I think that will do us. Do the switches look the business? They do. Right, signal. Yes, one way. Signal up. Don't need one. We don't cross over up there. And we've got no need to. Let's get a little bit of official episode going around here. Get all this tidied up a little bit. It doesn't need to be quite that aggressive, does it? Not near all of our track work here. In fact, we'd probably have all this nice and flat, wouldn't we? Out here. Around the back of the depot, then we can smooth it off a touch. Be more like that. Then we'll smooth it. And then it should look a little bit tidier. Yeah, that means with this mod that we've got installed, it's the track slopes are realistic, meaning you don't get roller coasters happening. That's better. There we go. That's nicer. Right, let's get some gravel down here, shall we? This should be gravel. Gravel. Get it all down there. Do I like that gravel? Yeah, that's the one I like. Get that all down there. Beautiful. It's turned into quite the hub, hasn't it? The Leigh area. It's rather nice. Right, get you weeded. Get a bit of extra ballast up there. Beautiful. I think we're looking good. Are we looking good down here? Bit of extra ballast. We're going to do something with those trees. That's pleasant. Do we like that? That's our depot. Our main depot. With a load of access track around here for manoeuvring. I need to widen that, don't I? Give us a bit of space. I'll work on that. Yes. I would have liked to have had it come off here. I might actually add that in, but I don't know. I don't know if that'll work. Shall we try it? Don't just say you will. Let's give it a go. Right, will you... Ah, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, you go out that way. Oh, not like that, though. Right, pick a curve. That was terrible, Grand. Right, you come out... No, you come out from there. Like that. Do you need to go up? No, it's flat. Both. There we go. That's better. Yeah, and then this is the track to the depot. It's a bit wiggly. It's fine. Then we can smooth that off a little bit. That's ginormous. Just down here by the track. And then we'll get our gravel again. Continue that all the way down there. Beautiful. Right, bit of ballast down there. Why not? Make it look the part. Do we like that, guys? We've got a depot we can use. We might even lose a bit of money by sending every new train out of here. We'll just create it in here. Figure out which way it needs to go. Can we get everywhere? We can't, can we? We can't technically get up that way. No. Ah. That would need a branch going up there, wouldn't it? Which would make... No, that would make that fine. This would be more like an actual track, wouldn't it? Well, we can work on that if we ever need freight diversion. This would technically work in real life, as you would shunt it back, wouldn't you? But doing that in Transport Fever, you need to make special lines and stuff. Right, get all that better coming down here. Yeah, we've almost got it working. We need another line going up that way. Do we need to get... Well, do it anyway. Do it anyway. We'll have access track galore. We'll just send this off that way. As tight and as steep as possible. I want to aim up roughly where we come in here would be lovely. There we go. Guys. Yes. Yeah, I like that. There we go. We've got everything in. Everything is in. I mean, technically, some of these are not required. I like that. We can go in both directions, anywhere. This bit's probably not needed here to go that way, because we can get there from there using... Maybe that's what we need to change, right? Just not this bit. We'll leave it in. Guys, in the comments, do we like that? Should we leave it in as just a load of options to get places on our network? I mean, we could have freight diverting around here at some point. Even though technically it'll cost us a bit of line rate because it's not ideal, is it? We want lovely pieces of track. There we go. Right, I've smoothed it all off a little bit. Should we get a train out and then go and change some planes? Oh, it's a little bit close, but I think it'll miss, right? Yeah, it's a bit tight. It does get on there, though. Do I like it? Ooh. I'm debating not having a slip switch. Well, if we send our train out of here, we can test that out, because we need another one. Well, in fact, should we play a lottery? Because it's going to choose one of these. And, oh yes, that reminds me. Guys, if we check here, this is all part of what we're doing, because we need to get rid of this depot now. Consumers, we are sending 100%, but occasionally I see this drop to 95%. I'm going to hit play, which means this platform isn't long enough, because we do have the line rate. So what we're going to do is get rid of our temporary depot. Finally, remember that we do have electric trains running this, so yes, please, catenary. That's not how you do this, though, is it, Gran? No. You need to configure the station. This is where we have to remember that it's electric. Right, we'll add another platform on there. That should be enough. That should be enough. That should maintain 100% then. Yes, permanently, because it can't go any bigger. Perfect. Right. I really needed to get that done. Oh, yes, and we need to check on these trucks. Did I add one? I don't think I did. We'll know if there's a new truck on here. I can't see it. Is there a new truck? I think they're all old. We're going to have a new one on here, though. I think eventually we might get... No, I didn't do it. We might get new trucks as well to choose from. Right, let's add another one on here. The line rate wasn't quite enough, and what happened was this was overfilling, and we were losing a few goods every now and again, which is why that was fluctuating. But there we go, that's that sorted. Those two things needed to be done. Now we need to... I love this. This is becoming a right rail hub. They're going to have a rail museum and everything. Well, they're not really, but we'll pretend they have. You've made a real meal of building here, though. That's unfortunate. Don't look too bad, I guess. If they get another building there, it'll be a gentle slope. We can paint it all. There we go. They built down here. That's what I was hoping. Perfect. Okay, shall we duplicate one of these and see where it comes out of? Manage vehicle. Here we go. Let's head over here. Which dungeon, I was going to say. Don't know why. Which depot are you coming out of? I'm going to save it before I do this in case the game breaks. Okay, which depot are you going to come out of? This one. So we get to see whether that's a little bit too close to the bridge or whether it just misses it. It's not going to be very quick. They're limited, aren't they, to 13 mile an hour out the depot. Are you going to scrape your coaches? It's a bit of a turn, isn't it? Don't know. Your bags are room. Oh, where are you going? Oh, you're going that way. Well, there you go. It's beautiful. I mean, if you do that, you're fine. I'm not sure if you use the double slip switch whether you'll be fine. There we go. 950 million nearly. Should we go and change some planes over then? We've got that running. We should have 4 on there now. This is beautiful. Are you going to cross over then? You've got to. No, that's the right side. There we go. Screeching along the track there. Perfect. You've chose wisely by the looks of things. Yeah, that was fantastic. It's chosen to go the right way. Yes, Sandhurst, quickly. I noticed something. We haven't put enough trams on here. Well, we haven't really added any for the longest time. How many have you got? Oh, yeah. 1, 2. There we go. That should do. They're all very bad. We could spruce them up, maybe. Interesting road you've got there. You know, rather than dealing with changing their maintenance and everything, which you can do via here, and it will tidy them all up. We've got the money, so what I'm going to do is replace the whole lot with these for 1.6 million. Bargain. Now you're all spanky new. And we've got aircraft to deal with. Are you just leaving? Awful timing. Go over here. There we go. We got our first one in. Yeah, the only reason I want to change at least one with you today is because of how these get up to cruising speed compared to, not these, the new ones, compared to these. Well, keep that open. Keep an eye on the speed and how long it takes for that to get up to cruise altitude, I guess it would be, wouldn't it? Takes a while. It does a gentle climb and a really wide turn out the side of the map. And then we'll compare it with this one. We're about to change. We're going to pause it as soon as he gets in and drops off his goods. And we'll get to see our new aircraft. Right, get in there. Beautiful. And we'll pause it on 0. That is a game in itself. We're only just turning here. We're just banking and going up. Right, manage vehicle. Let's get you replaced. Well, that is... No, they are cargo, aren't they? It's the other ones. We had a new passenger one as well. Canadair CL44. It's got nearly £50,000 per foot. Is that what that is? Of thrust. Does 400 miles an hour. My word. Replace you. And then we'll get to see... Oh, you open at the back. That's cool. And you're an actual cargo plane, aren't you? Yeah, here we go. Lovely. That probably all slides up and down. Ignore that. Right, we'll get to see the difference with these two. It's unbelievable how quickly these get up to cruising altitude. I love it. Oh, they're quite beefy. Look at those big wheels they've got under there. Yeah, we're getting close to jets, I think, aren't we? What are we in? 1961. Our money should go up through the roof as well. So he's about to take off. Should we go to the end of the runway? Ah, Jeff. I don't know why it said Jeff. I don't know. Is that his name? I don't know. That's the pilot. What are you doing, sir? You're ruining everything. You still haven't accelerated at all. Right, get in there. You're going to be changed over as well. Probably between episodes, though. This is just as a demonstration. You're still climbing. You're still climbing. Right, go on. Go, go, go. That's ours now. We'll see the difference. He's currently doing 14 miles an hour on the old runway there. Right, you got clearance? Well, you kind of did and didn't, eh? Bit jumpy on the old brakes. Right. Good night, you're off already. You didn't even make it to the end of the runway. Right, so he's doing 150 miles an hour. He's probably going to overtake him. Yeah. Right, if I save it here, let's pause it. If I save it here, should we take a ride on this? I have a feeling we're going to overtake the other plane. All right, guys, we're on board. Much sharper turn there, and we're still doing 150. You can see the other one just ahead of us in the clouds there. I've saved it, so when we come back, nothing's changed. We won't miss us hitting 1 billion. And I guess what we should do then is check on the passenger network and make sure all the trams are running optimally, and put a bus on. I'd like to put a bus down there where we're flying over, that we don't reach everywhere anymore. It's huge. It's kind of got 2 downtowny areas now, 2 separate ones. And we're not overtaking, but we are traveling at 400 miles an hour. There goes the older planes. I will finish off changing these over, although I'm a little bit worried we'll hit 1 billion while I'm doing that. No, we're going to have to do it together, aren't we? Beginning of the episode, I'll force myself to do it. There, I've said it. But we've got to see the difference. We are going to overtake it. Look at that. We fly much lower, don't we? That I wasn't expecting. Any reason for that? I don't know. We may change where we take off from the other end instead of landing. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Right, guys, thank you for watching. I'll leave you on board this, I guess. You can take off. This didn't take long at all. Depends whether we get clearance. Well, we'll see what happens. We might go on a fly around or something. But yes, thank you again. We'll get the rest of them on this line when we come back. And until then, take care.